Good morning, family. Good morning, good morning. It's your boy, Guru. I'm here. I just wanted to touch on y'all real quick about this football mess. You got basically two of the Power Five in college football saying we're not going to play, or at the very least, we're willing to postpone. And I'm not surprised by this. There's reasons behind this. One of the reasons behind this, I say, is because the NFL isn't doing it. I think the NFL should be postponing. I've said this before. I have a hard time believing when I look at the way Major League Baseball is doing their thing and the outbreaks that they've had. I can't not see that happening on a football team. I'm going to say this again for a fact. I can't not see that happening on a football team. You know, on the NFL 53-man roster, I can't see that not happening. Then you look at collegiate roster, that's 85 people, 85-man roster. I can't see that not happening. I can't. I just can't see it not happening. So I think it's actually smart to, at the very least, postpone the season. I don't think spring football is actually that bad an idea, because I think what will happen, the NFL is going to be forced to adjust and they're going to move their draft. The bad part about it is forcing these kids to basically play 2 full seasons in a year. The fact that when you start off the next season, they won't have a full off season. That has credibility for me. But spring football actually makes somewhat sense because of the fact of by February, we'll have a vaccine. People say November. I think January, February is more realistic, when it will be getting out to the people. So with that being said, I think spring football does make sense. However, I posted about this on IG, and I've seen some ESPN pundits agreed. And watching CNN this morning, I see some pundits there agreed that Almiron in Chief is going to chime in on this, and he's going to ride this issue about the NCAA playing. Why do I say this? Reason one, he's getting his ass kicked in the polls, mainly because of coronavirus. If he can piggyback on an issue where corona is involved and get people on his side, because there's plenty of people that want to play. The kids want to play. The coaches want to play. That's going to, and the fact that he's going to be the one speaking out, outspoken, let them play, let them play, let them play. Oh, you're not letting them play. So it makes himself look as the good guy. He's done this before with the Colin Kaepernick issue. So it's not out of the norm for him to jump in on the issue for political gain. He's done this before. He'll do it again. It's an election year. It's going to happen. Set your watch to it. Letting y'all know now, this is what Bozo's going to do. Secondly, and I posted about this on IG, when I look at the fact that schools in the SEC schools, and I look at that region, South Carolina, Florida, Big 12, Texas, Oklahoma. These are states with a lot of electoral votes. A lot of electoral votes. These are key states. States that, normally go red, but he's getting his ass kicked in these states right now. Maybe he'll still hold down Texas. Texas is normally a red state, but who knows? Who knows? And I just think when you look at the election, whenever we have big voter turnout, the country votes blue. History says it. Whenever there's big voter turnout, we saw it in 2000. I'm saying we've seen it in both elections with Barack. When there's big voter turnout, the country votes blue. The only question is the Electoral College. Biden is going to win the popular vote. I don't think that's up for debate. Hillary won the popular vote by 3 million. She lost the Electoral College. So they're going to win the popular vote. Only question is when they win the electoral vote. And whatever he can do to swing those little 10% of voters in those key background states could be an issue. Could be a real issue, and he's going to do that. And you also got to look at the fact that in those regions, football is a way of life. I'm gonna say this again, like in the state of Texas, like you see the movie Friday Night Lights. Where was that movie located? That story, Texas, West Texas football. Football is a way of life. Florida, football is a way of life. Like if you go down to Coney Island, basketball is a way of life. You go in some of these states, football is a way of life. So taking away football from them is going to piss off a lot of people. Even though I think it should be happening, it should be postponed, because I don't see a way that they can do this safely. Some of the coaches have said the kids are safer with them than being out in the world, and I agree with that. It's the whole point of traveling, because I think in college you can kind of somewhat quarantine them naturally without putting something documented on paper. But the problem is, here's where the bullshit comes into play. You don't even have regular students on the campus. If you don't have regular students on the campus, why are the student athletes there? And that's another thing they're afraid of. They're afraid of giving anything credence where these guys could, in a court of law, okay, this is what we're getting, we deserve compensation, which they do. But I think it's going to get worse. I think it's going to get worse because, like I said, he's going to piggyback and he's going to hijack the issue. He's going to chime in. He's going to chime in hard. Just be ready. I told y'all the pushback was coming. This will be what he'll use to do it. Mark my words. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit the subscribe. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.